What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I'm gonna be explaining everything you need to know about Festival Diane's banner coming to the global version of the game. I'm gonna be going over the rates, the pity, the actual character itself, and the other characters on the banner. We'll be basically going over everything so you guys know exactly what's gonna be coming when it comes to global. So let's hop into the video. Alright, before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to 20k subscribers, man. And we're literally yesterday, we had like 17,540 or something like that. It was actually crazy. Like before my last video, I didn't think I'd gain like 50 subs like that. But you guys have been showing a ton of support lately, so I appreciate it. And yeah, let's hop into the video now and let's actually go over Diane's banner. So I'm on my KR account. If you guys know, I already made a KR account just so I'm able to do these types of videos. But it's not anything too crazy anyway. But continuing with the video, Diane's banner, this is what it's going to look like. Diane's going to be the main festival featured on the banner, but she's going to be the exact same rates as the other three festivals featured on the banner, being the one Escanor, Purgatory Bond, Festival King, the latest Festival King by the way, and then the Diane. So that's going to be a total of 1% rate up for those four characters together. And then with the rest of the characters unfeatured on the banner, it's going to be a 0.2% chance of pulling them. And so we got Red Demon Meliodas, Blue Giant Diane, Red Escanor, Green Esterosa, Green Derriere, Red Glocks, Blue Mono, Tarmiel, Mark II Valenti, Excalibur Arthur, Brunhilder, Green Mono, Awakened Easton, Magelda, and then Green Sariel. So that's going to be what the SSR lineup's going to be on the banner. And overall, the banner is not the, it's not the worst, but it's also not the best. That's what I'll say, because we've definitely had festivals in the past where the unfeatures were like super good alongside the main festivals being really good. But overall, the banner is pretty decent. 4% rates as usual per festival banner, right? And yeah, that's what the banner is going to be looking like in terms of rates. And let's actually go over the pity now. So at 900 pity, you're actually going to be able to pick one of the 4 festival units featured on the banner. It doesn't even have to be Diane. It can be the one Escanor, Purgatory Bond, or King. So if you're missing like one dupe on like either like Purgatory Bond or like King or even like the one, I think it's not even a bad idea to actually pick up one of them if you already picked up Diane early on, because Diane I feel like doesn't really need dupes. You kind of just get one copy of her and you're fine. So if you feel like getting a dupe of one of these other characters and you're like, let's say you're like 5 out of 6, I'd only recommend it if you're like 5 out of 6 for one of these characters, because the 6 out of 6 effects can be really strong for your account, right? Like getting Rupture on Purgatory Bonzal makes him such a stronger unit. Getting King's all just gets a little bit of an upgrade, and then the ones makes it so it does double damage instead of like 70% on the final hit. So depending on what you go for here, it's not a bad idea to kind of pick up one of these if they are 5 out of 6, remember. But yeah, regardless, everyone's going to be picking Diane most of the time if they don't get her along the way. But yeah, that's basically how that's going to go about. So let me pull up GC database and let's actually go over Diane's kit and what she's able to provide if you are pulling on this banner for Diane. Alright, so this is going to be Diane's kit right here on GC database. Let's actually zoom in there. But yeah, Queen Diane, Festival Queen Diane, for her passive here, when allies receive damage from enemies' attacks, increases the hero's damage dealt by 10% up to 50%. When a hero loses HP due to skills or skill effects, accumulate the HP loss up to 500,000, and when using skills, increases the damage by 20% of the accumulated amount. So 20% of the 500k damage you're like able to accumulate of damage received, you're actually going to be dealing 20% of that as well, which is a lot of damage, man. So obviously you're not going to be able to tank 500k HP because Diane herself doesn't have that, but you having Tarmiel link on her and having her heal over time throughout the match, you're gonna start to build up to 500k, and that's gonna give you 20% of the damage of 500k, which is gonna be like about 100k like extra damage, right? Which I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but it's definitely a really big increase in your damage. When assuming a stance, allies take 40% less damage as well. So just straight up 40% damage reduction on a stance skill, which is pretty strong. And then her first skill here is going to be the Pulverize effect from Global. If you guys don't know, Crush is basically Pulverize. So if we go to like let me just open this in a new tab. We'll actually go to like Gother, Fest Gother. I don't know if they translated it right. Oh yeah, so they call it Crush on GC database, but on global, if you guys know what Fest Gother's card is, it's literally the exact same as Fest Gother. So Pulverize damage or Crush damage, whatever the case, they're both the same, right? So you can see it's the exact same. Inflicts Crush damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy, and when the hero has 4 more and more ultimate move gauge, reduces the enemy's ultimate move gauge by 1. So it's basically like a detonate, but also a gauge reduction at the exact same time, which is pretty strong, right? pretty strong overall. And then the second taunt, or the second skill that Diane actually has here, is going to be a taunt, and it's not going to be a blue buff taunt. It's actually going to be a yellow buff taunt. So assumes a stance which taunts enemies and increases HP related stats by 12% for 2 turns on the rank 1, scaling up to 30% for 3 turns on the rank 3, which I think is really good. And then it's also rank 2. It's 2 turns on rank 1, 3 turns on rank 2. That's pretty good, bro. Yeah, and then inflicts suppressed damage equal to 380% of attack on all enemies, and restores the HP of all allies equal to 3% of damage dealt, and suppresses for every stance effect on the hero, increases damage dealt by 50%. So regardless, Diane's always going to be getting, I think it's what, two buffs, like always, and then I think on the rank 3 she might get 3. But I'm not too sure. It might be 2 or 3, depending on how her stance actually works. But that's really strong. That's 150% damage on your actual ult there, which is super strong. And then it also, so also you heal based on the damage you do with your ult, and at 6 out of 6 it restores 50% of damage dealt compared to 3% of damage dealt at 1 out of 6. So the dupe wise in terms for Diane is strong, but it doesn't look like you're going to need it at the end of the day, because she's going to have her taunt there, and she's going to have her, you know, her pulverized skill there, which is going to be the main selling point alongside her passive there, you know, to actually give your whole team those buffs. It's kind of like Trader Melly giving you damage reduction in your passive. She's going to be giving your whole team damage dealt. So it's going to be like you're going to be able to have like Green Arthur's passive, but through Trader Melly and Diane. So going back to the banner here, let's go back into the banner. So back into the banner here, Diane as a unit is probably what you really want to pick up, right? And with the rates being the way they are, it's probably, you know, not going to be the greatest chance of you actually pulling a Diane. But you definitely want to at least try and get 1 copier, I would say. Only if you do not have a Matrona. And even though we are going to be getting a free Matrona, right? Diane is basically just an upgraded version of Matrona. She's not going to be providing as much healing and, you know, safetyness as you know, Matrona, but I think Diane as a unit provides a lot more than Matrona does when, you know, built up. And I think she's definitely going to be a unit that you're going to be running on the bird, on the deer, PvP in general. She's going to be a really good character for that type of deal. Overall though, should you guys be summoning on this banner when it comes to global? I would say it's up to you. This banner is not a bad banner at all. Remember, we do have probably one of the best festival lineups on this banner though, being the 1S Nor Purgatory Bond, Festival King, and Diane herself. So a really good festival lineup alongside her as a unit being really strong for bird, deer, PvP, all of that. It's not a bad banner to summon on. But remember, JP anniversary is going to be, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like May, like around May, that's sometime like in May, or maybe like the end of June, May, or it might be end of May, you know, around that time. But basically, it's going to be in about like 2 months from now, 2-3 months, right? So you got to remember that if JP anniversary is going to be coming up, it's most likely going to be a super hype unit. And because this is global anniversary's character getting this festival Diane, she's not going to be as strong as per se, you know, the JP character that we could be getting. So remember to take all that into account when you're summoning. Again, the banner is not the worst, so if you do plan on summoning, good luck, and I hope you guys do well on the banner. In terms of date release for global, this banner will probably be coming out either next week or the following week after. Next week is actually supposed to be the you know, the 1 year, or not the 1 year, but the 2 year anniversary for global. It's supposed to be, right? But we'll have to see exactly if they want to drop it next week or if they want to give us a breather, because we literally just did get Malasila last week. So if they want to push us up a week and drop the end, that is a possibility, but we'll have to see. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm going to see you guys in the next next Ran Cross video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.